Hello again, welcome to the second dose of business news. Indigenous insurance firm Enterprise has expressed confidence that challenges faced by local insurance firms will be dealt with by the regulator. Managing Director of Enterprise Insurance, Ernestina Abe, told Joy Business the regulator is on course to dealing with issues of unfair practices as the industry faces hard times. She's been speaking with Joy Business after an award ceremony to honor agents of the company. Here's more in this report.
The award ceremony for sales agents of Enterprise Insurance is an annual event by the company to celebrate hard work and success for the year. According to Managing Director Ernestina Abe, the challenges faced by the industry include the low level of understanding of insurance policies by the general public and other concerns of premium payments. She's confident efforts by the National Insurance Commission will help deal with the matter.
Insurance is so important. Insurance is so important, so we let them know how important it is, and they kind of come on board. Yeah.
What about the issue of undercutting?
It's a difficult terrain. We're happy to have our regulator addressing the issue of undercutting, and with what they are doing, we are hoping with time the issue of undercutting would be dealt with.
The award for overall sales agent went to Mary Ampofua Boche. She expressed concern about the issue of undercutting in the industry.
You give a quotation and then the client will tell you that this person has given me this quotation, so if you don't meet it or if you don't match it, I'm going to give it to the other person. So you, the person taking the business, you know ideally you're not supposed to take this business, but then if you don't match what the person is giving you, then it's going to go to another person, which is the biggest challenge we are facing as an industry. So I don't know if there's something we can do about it so that we all have at least a fixed premium for all our clients, that they will not come back for us to be matching. I think the clients are even playing it at their advantage. Instead of them taking a quotation from one person, they will go and take from 5 people. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then they know within their hearts they want to give the business to you, Enterprise. But then they will go and take it from other insurance companies where they know you want the business, so they'll go and take it and then come and show it to you that you need to match it. So that's the biggest challenge we've been facing as an industry.
In all, 16 sales agents were rewarded for their performance. Ebenezer Sabotage report for Joy Business.
Efforts by inmates and officials at Amanfrom Prisons Camp in Ashanti region to become self-sufficient in food production are being thwarted by post-harvest losses. The facility, which emerged 2019 Best Farmer in the Kumasi metropolis at the recent Farmers' Day celebration, is facing storage and marketing challenges. Nana Sensu Mensah has more in this report.
11. With both crop and livestock farming, the prisons camp is aspiring to feed itself and have surpluses for other prisons, facilities and communities. Station Officer DSP Joseph Akins laments the situation leaves inmates demoralized amid concerns about food security.
You can imagine just coming out with a whole lot of maybe a quantity of maize. You can see the vegetables here, and we don't have readily available markets to actually dispose of your products. And even if you have it, how much do you even get? Some actually patronize the products.
Also, you sell some of the products. I thought it was basically for feeding.
Not for feeding per se. Some of them we actually sell to the public, and we account to the prison administration at the prison's headquarters. Okay. Yes, we have an aim of doing something to benefit the prison and let's say the society at large. So if you are producing something and you're not getting something to commensurate with what you are doing, I think you are doing something heading towards losses.
Meanwhile, members of St. Joseph Catholic Parish at IDRC have visited and presented assorted items of food and household items to the inmates. Resident Pastor Father Stephen Opoku encourages the public to patronize produce from the prison farms to reduce the risk of post-harvest losses.
When we came here, we never knew that Amanfrom Prisons is involved in commercial farming. But we have got to know that many a time their produce go waste. I think the government has something to do to remedy this situation. One of the things that the government can do is to try to buy their produce and at least use to feed these students in free SHS. Since they are fed for free, and government has to buy produce raw material to feed them. These raw materials could also be bought from the prisons to feed the students in senior high school. By so doing, the prisons will be motivated more to even produce more, so that they never encounter this annual issue of post-harvest losses. And on my part, as a pastor, I also have to, and I will inform my people, my church members, those who are traders and they buy these crops for sale, for the market. They should come here and buy because they have good stuff for the market.
For Joy News, Nana Asensu Mensah, Kumasi.
Now, the city's depreciation, rising debt, and election year fever is a topic for discussion on tonight's PM Express, the business edition. Regular host Philip Namfuri has joined me here in the studio to give us a foretaste of what is expected to happen tonight.
I like the word you use, foretaste.
I mean, we've heard over and over again these topics, rising, depreciation of the city and the debt situation. What's new tonight?
Okay, Emmanuel, I will agree with you. Yes, we've discussed these so many times. What will be different tonight is one, particularly on the election year, we need to see the effect of this fiscal responsibility law. We need to subject it to some analysis and see if indeed it will hold sway in next year and prevent our government from overspending, as we've seen in past election years, apart from 2004, that's under the Fourth Republic. It was only 2004 that we didn't have any serious overspending, but every election year we've overspent, and we take the next 3 years to prop up our economy back again, and we do the same thing again, and then the cycle keeps on continuing.
What about the argument that we really need to put the economy on the right footing? We're not supposed to be constantly, an import-based economy.
That will involve changing the structure of the economy, and changing the structure is not it's not a 4-year or 8-year term, and that's why some argue that we need a development plan that ties in political parties to this plan. So you don't come in and implement what you want to implement and go, another party comes in. Let's have a plan that addresses development, not election cycle. So if our leaders don't take a firm decision to start doing this every 4 years, every 8 years, we'll come back here and have these discussions over and over again. We'll die and go, and it will continue as it is. Yes.
What about the debt situation? We're closing the 60% or over.
Yes, the debt situation, what has changed is the fact that back in the day we were doing more multilateral borrowing. That's from the World Bank, IMF, African Development Bank, etc. Now we are doing more commercial borrowing. So we're taking from international banks and we're taking from the international capital markets, the Eurobonds. And these debts don't have forgivement of a forgiving nature as we had with the multilateral and bilateral issues. So if we are to default on our debt, there are significant dire consequences for us. Back in the day, we had the HIPIC initiative and we had the multilateral debt relief initiative. Now, if we are going to default on our Eurobonds, there's no initiative for us. So we have to prop up revenue and service those debts, which is already having an issue because we're using a lot of our revenue to service our debts. That's just servicing, not principal payment. So a lot of these issues. I have Prof. Bopin, economist from the University of Ghana Business School, and I have Michael Kobler, he's the director for Synergy Ghana. They'll be on tonight, and we'll delve into the crinkum of the issues.
Of course, I can't wait for that. And that was Philip Namfuri. He's coming up in about 15 minutes from now with the PM Express, the business edition. It's now time to take a look at the market news for the day. And that'll be it for business tonight on Joy News Prime. Many thanks for your attention. My name is Emmanuel Abuaji Riafi. For more business news, log on to myjoyonline.com/business. Have a good evening.